What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. Along with Crazy Andromeda, just running around like a maniac. Um, Hopefully, this is going out to the public. I don't know if I've set this for public or not. um, so I might have to start it over because I always seem to forget to do that. Not sure why. But today's episode is about some new UFO hunting equipment and what kind of equipment you have and uh, what's the best stuff to use. What up, Renee? What up, Cruz? All right, good. So this is going out live. That's excellent. What up, Technique Veek? Hey, Technique, how you doing? Uh, she's so cute. Daddy's little girl. Hey, everyone. Yeah. So anyway, I got some new what up, y'all? What's going on now? I got some new equipment for UFO hunting. She drools, she drinks a lot, so it happens. um, I got some new equipment, and I want to show everybody and discuss the best kind of equipment, what you guys um what you guys have and what kind of equipment you guys use and stuff like that, and what's the best stuff to work with. What up, Harry Toe? How you been, brother? So check this out. Hang on. She is a little worm, dude. She just crawls everywhere. Sorry, you guys. So check this out. What up, Jeremy? How we doing, buddy? So I got this piece of equipment that I put together myself, and it's actually pretty cool. So sorry, she is insane. Let me see if I'll start it up here for you. All right, so I got this monitor hooked up to yes, I am making more videos. That's right. I got this monitor hooked up to this scope. What up, Paranormal Underworld? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, the P900, I had it, got stolen from me. But I gotta tell you one thing. The problem with the P900 is the stabilization. You have to be completely stabilized for anything to fucking turn out. So yes, it zooms in good, but not if you're trying to hold it. If you're trying to hold it, it's no good. It won't do you any good. And that's the one thing I learned from it when I was using it before it got stolen from me. So this, I have it hooked up with the monitor on there right now, and I had so it's basically it's like a monitor for a camera. The camera is hooked up right here at the end of the scope, and then I have an infrared emitter right here, so blast infrared light, and I actually have two different cameras for it. Let me see if I can take this one off. Take this off and put this other one on, and so then I got this other one that goes right here. Hang on. Oh, looks like I pulled off my guard for it. Anyway, I'll just have to hold it on there for right now. So this is actually a camera here, and I can plug a USB from here, my infrared emitter, to my camera, which has a micro USB port on it, and this has a USB and a micro USB. And this is actually just a camera, and so when you hook it up, you can switch it from regular vision to night vision, and it goes right on, fits right onto the scope, and the infrared emitter actually is also a battery pack, a battery charger, and so it'll actually turn this. That's what powers this on the camera, and then you focus it in with your focus wheel right here. But it works really, really well. She enjoys it very much. It works very well. Um, Now it's kind of an issue. Well, I think that the infrared emitter is not powerful enough. What up, Gyro? Yeah, you got it down. Yeah, I got it down, Renee. That's right. um, the infrared emitter, um, I don't think it's like it lights everything up. It like close by, man, like everything lights up. You can see everything crystal clear. It works really well. But at a distance, it doesn't do any good, And that's the problem with most UFO hunting equipment is that if for any kind of equipment, even like the most expensive, like the ATN, like the rifle scopes and their night vision for hunting. So people are shooting hundreds of yards at night. They need something that can see that close, and even they all have issues. One thing is getting an infrared beam to be blasted that far away. It's fucking impossible because it's incoherent light, or it's incandescent light, which isn't coherent. And now thermal is good, but it's not as good as infrared. It's not as good as night vision because thermal, when you look up at the sky with thermal vision, all you see is black. You don't see stars, you don't see anything because you don't read any heat from it. So that's the one problem with it. And UFOs, I don't really think need to produce heat while they travel around. In fact, a lot of them could be cold, you know. I mean, who knows what the temperature difference is in a gravitational field? I don't know if there's a difference that you can actually pick up or register. I mean, I know they register it on the gimbal footage, as it being colder than the air around it. So that's fucking interesting. But yeah, so that's one of the problems with um night vision. This is night vision. You see, that whole scope, that whole system shoots in night vision. That's why I got it. So it's like I could, you have a scope that allows you to see far that's not digital, which digital zooming sucks. You want optical. So putting it onto a scope, which is optical, the picture is a lot clearer, or whatever you're looking at is a lot clearer. The problem is trying to get an infrared beam. Ultraviolet won't do anything for you, but which I have an ultraviolet light as well. It won't do anything for you though, but infrared is what does it. Like, so at night no one else can see it, but the camera picks it up as a regular light, so it makes everything shine and glow or whatever. But the human eye doesn't see infrared, or it's really hard to see. You could, if you look at the bulb, the filament where it's coming from, you could see like a little glow, a little red glow. If you're in a gravitational field, gravitational wave, will my balls float? No, they will not. You won't notice it, neither will your balls. Yeah, so look, she was up drinking, you guys. I'm sorry, she drools a lot, dude. She just babbles. I swear she's like an old drunk man, dude. Yeah, so that's the problem. And so FLIR is probably one of the best things to use, like Renee's saying right now. Forward-looking infrared, I think, is probably the best. And it has a mixture of using infrared and thermal vision. So you can see a mix of heat and infrared spectrum. It also has a mix of full spectrum, full color spectrum or whatever. And they just mix them all together to, get whatever you see, which usually just comes out as a black and white image, but it looks really clear. And so what I'm thinking is, where's my bag? Let me see here. So I got an idea, and I'm gonna try to make this happen because no one else has done this yet. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of money off of this or something. I'm just saying that this is a product that hasn't been made yet, but it could be good for a lot of different people, but especially UFO hunters. How much does the FLIR on the F-18 Hornet cost, like the one on the Nimitz? I think that is something around like $150,000 or something. Like it's insane. But the system on there doesn't just see see a another airplane in infrared. It also runs situational awareness. So it's fucking taking data from satellites. It's taking data from other fucking planes and cameras and shit. Like, you guys got to understand how situational awareness works. That's where they're literally hacking into fucking everything that can record information or record data and sends it all to you. You know, so it's like they're, you know, you can see it from different angles. You can see it, you know, you can see the craft flying from your satellite, watching it fly. It's insane, you know. But they but for us, for just the average Joe who doesn't have $150,000 and you need something good, there's one thing I think that what up, Sean? You could get a CPC 1100 telescope. Now, see, you got to understand, using a telescope is very difficult. One, because the best telescopes are all refractive telescopes. They all use a mirror to, you know, to refract the light so you can see it or whatever. So that's why when you're looking through a telescope, if you're moving it, it's the image is going backwards. So it's impossible to fucking track something, you know? It's very, very difficult trying to use a telescope to track something. Now, spotting scope doesn't use a refractive mirror. That's probably if your best bet if you're trying to use a scope or whatever, or a little scope like this, you know. But one of the issues is you know, trying to see something far at night is fucking impossible because of infrared lights. Even when you have an infrared emitter, you know, like on your camera or whatever, like this is a this right here just is an infrared emitter, so it just emits an infrared beam. Yeah, you know, but it's all incandescent light, so the light just floods out to light everything up, man. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with. I haven't seen people go tech like you. Thanks. Hey, no problem, John. Not a problem at all, man. We do that shit all the time over here. So I got an idea, and this is what I'm thinking, and I'm positive this will work. The issue is just you know, the money, getting the money and the components, and everything, because it's, you know, it's not going to be cheap or whatever. So they have long range infrared flashlights, like this Ultrafire right here is one of the brightest fucking flashlights I mean you ever seen, and it'll focus down. See, you know, like it'll focus into like a, you can almost see there's like a fucking spotlight beam coming off of this, you know. But I mean, like, and they'll put infrared lights in here, LEDs, and to see like far away or whatever. But it only will go so far, and you know, and as it goes out, it loses its energy. And so what I'm thinking is, what I'm gonna do is take high-powered lasers. All right, and so this is one of my high-powered lasers. You see, even in the bright daylight, you can still see this. Okay, so I mean that's how powerful this is. I'll burn through all kinds of crap with this thing. You know, even in sunlight, you can still see it. So that lets you know how strong it is at night. This thing's a fucking beast. All right, but I'll see if you guys can see it on the wall here. Okay, so let's see. So when you have it on the wall, I'm sorry, I'm fighting a little toddler over here, a little baby. She just wants to commit suicide and jump off a crap. Okay, so as you can see on the wall, see the beam, the spot? Now it's turning into this big square. You see that? Okay, so the more I pull it out, the bigger the square will get. You know, now the less I couldn't burn something when it's like that. But it's all it's doing is stopping the dipole from unfocusing it. It's letting it, you know, spread out so it's no longer coherent. And what no, you're not jumping off. Shut up. So what I want to do is the thing is that most lasers are actually all all lasers are infrared light. So they just need oh God, I forget what it's called. There's a little piece of like filament or a little lens or whatever that will give the laser a color so you can see it. And before it used to always be like red because it was infrared. So they would just put like this red little diode to make it easier to see. So you get like a regular red laser. And then they started changing them. So it diodes. So they changed the diode to like a green diode, which I have a green laser around here as well. So they're powerful. You can see at night. All of them are, but they're all technically infrared light. So if I were to take the diodes out of the laser, what happens is that they just beam infrared light. You can't see it. A lot of people would sit there and think, "Oh, that's nice." A lot of people would think that they were broken. They might look at it and think that the lasers are broken or something because your eye doesn't see the light coming out of it, you know. Um, so, but it still is coming out of it. And if you have one that's powerful like this, and you to remove the diode or whatever, so it's no longer a purple laser, it would just be an infrared laser. And if you were to open it up, so how the square, it's not just a dot, but a big square, you can open it up to its, really, really big. And that blasts, however, whatever, 10,000 meters or something, or, a couple miles, Um, and then using a camera, any kind of camera or night vision or whatever that you could zoom in with. So you could use your camera that say zooms, like I have an old Sony Handycam that zooms in, does like 450 times digital zoom or something. When you're zooming in that many times, you pass all the infrared light. So with a night vision camera like this right here, okay. So this is my new 4K infrared camera. All right, I don't know if you guys can see infrared on there. This is my new 4K infrared camera. It only shoots, there's a little tiny infrared light that comes out of here, so that's all it can see. However, if there's more infrared light, it will be able to see it. And if this could zoom in far away, it would, if there was infrared lighting on something, it would still pick it up. It would see it. The problem is like when you have a camera, most cameras will bypass, they can zoom further than what their light beam produces. Now, if you have an ultraviolet laser, or not ultraviolet, but infrared laser opened up like that, shooting down in that direction, from your camera, no one could see it, but your camera would pick it up super bright. And it wouldn't matter how far you could zoom in, your camera would, still be able to see it. Like you'd still be able to see whatever happened, like a mile down the road in pitch darkness. In theory, your camera would still see it. How far can the infrared light go? Well, it goes a lot farther when it's a laser beam. Technically, depending on how much power you're putting into it, it should be able to go. There's a certain point where the laser light is no longer coherent and it diffracts itself. But that can be literally miles. Yeah, it's a baby. That can be literally miles. So just like so if you're focusing your laser, you have it pointed, down range or whatever. I'm saying you could easily if you get a high powered laser like one of these, which will go a mile like nothing. Okay. There's no infrared camera on the market today that can see anything a mile away. It simply doesn't exist. Okay. Trust me. I've looked for it. They don't have it. But we could make it by, making infrared, taking high powered lasers, removing the diodes from them and the colored filters so you don't see the color, and just using the infrared beam from it, and then mounting that to your camera. It wouldn't matter how far you zoomed in, your camera, as long as it had night vision, it would still pick it up, so you could see it from miles away. And that's the big thing. There is nobody out there who uses cameras who are trying to film something that's a mile away in total darkness. Okay, that's why they don't have any. That's why there is nothing that's, you could just go out and buy. There's no product you can go buy that does that, because there's nobody who does that. There are weird people like UFO hunters like us who would dream of something like that. We would love something, but it simply doesn't exist. There's not enough of us for a market. But it doesn't mean it can't be done. It can be done 100%. She wanted on a chatter though. Yeah, she did. Hey, beep, 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 beep. Hey, you guys. It's just like robot aliens. Dude, I think the Greys are just like the robot aliens, right? I mean, I have no idea. I'm assuming that from the stories that I've heard, yeah, it seems like they have tall aliens and then short aliens, and like the short aliens are some kind of worker bee for the tall aliens, which, I mean, like, think of them like, okay, if you're thinking of another planet, perhaps on that planet, it was an ant species that got hyperintelligence first. It's like hey, what up, Deacom? How you doing, buddy? Once a species on a planet, gets like, not just intelligence, like a fucking a chimpanzee or something, or a dolphin, but like hyper intelligence, like a Homo sapien. Once an animal gains that as an evolutionary defense mechanism, it controls its planet, and so now you could have like an ant species on another planet, that would, where it's, the Greys would have maybe a queen, and then they all kind of just do what she says, or something like that, perhaps. I'm not saying I know, it's just purely speculation. That they, possibly do something like that. But back to what I was saying. I think we could create a device. In fact, I'm going to create a device to be able to do that, to be able to see. I want to be able to see a mile in pitch black. Like no problem. I mean, I've looked up online. I've looked up how like their even like the military's, individual night vision gear is, and it's powerful. Yeah, it is powerful, but it can't do that. They don't have the ability to see miles away in pitch black. There's no device. Even the military doesn't have that. There is no device. So I'm saying we're going to create one, because I mean, there's really no reason for like a military, an individual person in the military to need to see something that's miles away in pitch black. Hey, what up, Blake? What up, Brent? How you guys doing, homie? Could use an M1 tank, could join the guard. Yeah, so now like a tank, that's not for an individual. They would have a big piece of equipment. They could probably do it, because of their equipment. But I'm saying like if we could make it our own, we could do it ourselves by using high-powered lasers, removing the filters on them, the diodes, and just so your camera is picking up infrared laser light from miles away. If you have a camera or a scope that zooms in for miles away, you would still be able to see it in dark, which is something we just simply don't have, and I'm gonna make it. Yeah, she copies daddy all the time, dude. She's my little princess, huh? She's interpreting Kyle's English into baby. Correct. My English isn't good, so hers is probably all fucked up. What? Yeah. Huh? Who is that? Who's that? Huh? She was drinking. Sorry, you guys. She's a little drunk. Yeah, but I really think that's something I'm going to build because it simply doesn't exist. I've been trying to find something that can do it. And really, I'm looking for I'm looking in the sky. It's not like I'm looking on the ground anyway. But if you wanted to, you could do it, Yeah, she does, doesn't she? She looks just like her mom, huh? She's so pretty. Yeah. So that's the plan. I got this new equipment, and I was just thinking about, with the scope, with the infrared emitter, and all that stuff, and I got the cameras that go on there and all that crap, and I'm like, you can only see so far, you know, like it doesn't. I'm like, man, that kind of sucks. Because I want to be able to look up at night at like a UFO or something, and like zoom in real close and see what it looks like. And it's like, oh man, you can't do that with the equipment that exists today. You know, I mean, uh, imagine like some of these real close UFOs, like even some of the ones that I filmed. Imagine if you're able to zoom in up close to it and have it blasted with infrared light, like a laser, which I do all the time. You could see what it looks like, unless you have like government equipment. Correct. Now the government does have equipment that can do that. I've seen equipment like that, but I'm talking, this is, civilian equipment doesn't exist, for stuff like that. I mean, in fact, the military equipment goes far beyond that, dude. I mean, that's how everyone knows. It's like, well, duh, of course they've been tracking UFOs. I mean, like, come on, dude, What up, noob Sabot? Noob. Hi from Europe. How you doing? Dude, I can see the Milky Way at night sometimes when it's clear. I see it every night when it's clear. Out here in Arizona, that's fucking nothing, man. Um, oh yeah, Gyro we were talking about that last time about the Kecksburg, and I did mention that. Yeah, Project Orion and stuff. I don't know if you saw the last live stream, but yeah, I was mentioning, we was talking about that. Who cares what you think? Hey, what up, buddy? How you doing? Doing good. Talking about UFO equipment. I just put a new piece of equipment together, and so what's the equipment? What do you guys got? I mean, does anyone on here right now have any UFO hunting equipment? I know Dinkum Aussie has some stuff. Like, so, and you guys, blast it up there and tell us what you got. Babies are us, weapons are us, right? uh, Tell me what kind of equipment you got, and what it's like for you guys, UFO hunting. I don't know how many people on here are like straight up UFO hunters. I know there's a couple on here, but and it sucks right now because in the wintertime, sky's gray. It's fucking cloudy outside. It's like you can't see shit. There is no sky right now. Like, it sucks. That old M68-3 had a really good scope with a 3-inch objective. Got any tankers around? Maybe they have a surplus. Yeah, but I mean, like, you couldn't even. I mean, you know how much shit like that would cost, and it's fucking insane. It's well beyond my budget. I'll tell you that. I mean, I might be able to steal it, but I couldn't buy it. I'm just joking. I wouldn't steal it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there are some pieces of equipment. I mean, like, there's a couple different things. Like they have binoculars that are night vision binoculars that they look like binoculars, but they're not. They're digital, and it looks like two lens pieces. One of them is a camera, and the other one is an infrared emitter, like what I have here. It's just a really big one. They just look like binoculars, but they're not. You don't see out of both eyepieces. You only see out of one. It's just a camera and a screen that goes for both eyes. And oh, you bit my thumb, you little shit. Ow. Oh yeah, that's so funny, huh? Oh, that's so funny, huh? Yeah, it's so funny. What are you laughing at, huh? Get out of here. She's got little tiny baby teeth in there. Okay. She got sticky tongue out. She don't want to show you. Ew. Look at all that drool. Oh my god, girl. God, Jesus. You're terrible. I need a wet nap. She got little tiny teeth now. She's always biting shit, dude. Hard. I'm like, oh, you little. Oh, god damn it. She eats baby wipes. I don't know why she loves them so much, but she's like, give me a goddamn wipe, dude. I need it. So that's what they do. Yeah, so, what kind of equipment you guys got? Gen 3 night vision is good. Gen 4 is overpriced at the moment. as the tech is new. We're going to be up in Arizona in October for Disclosure Con 2020. We need to hook up while we're there and do some projects on Third Phase. Fuck yeah, but that's still like a year away. You fucks got it's gonna take forever. But Third Phase, that's a definite, dude. That's a must. Where are you guys staying? Where is it? I mean, fucking come and stay with me, dude. You know? I only have my Harry Toast says I only have my Samsung S10, but I've never seen a UFO to record. It sucks. Live in Seattle and haven't seen a star in years. Yeah, you know. Um, yeah, see, and I'm actually like right now, like I'm broadcasting live. It's from my phone. It's not from my computer. It's and I got the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So, but I know the S10's camera is really good. You know, it's close to the Note 10 Plus. But even then, and it's fucked up. Like it, you can only zoom in so far. But I'll tell you what, like at least with my camera, you can still actually pick up stuff at night from far away, which is pretty impressive. It actually looks way better than I have a 4K camera here with infrared on it. And fucking, it's like nowhere near as good as the phone camera, dude. Like my phone camera is fucking insane, dude. It's like off the chain, awesome. What's really cool about this one though, I like, is that it's actually it's Wi-Fi, so you can see this little Wi-Fi signal on there. So I sync it up to my phone, and then I can totally control it, and I don't have to be by it, which is nice. We're invited by Disclosure, and we're going to be speakers. We're going to be speakers up there, and we're going to be staying there for a week. Where at? That's really cool, man. Congratulations, you guys. Hell yeah. I'll definitely have to come and say what's up. Well, Alien Con would gotta be a part of it. I know it's fucking expensive, but fuck it, it'll be worth it. Yeah. So where's it gonna be at? Because I'm like, if it's gonna be around here, just come and stay with us. Yeah, come on, Blake, Brad, come stay with us. I go poop on you. Oh, I'm doing good, Mushmucker. I don't think the cameras is as good as people are saying. On what, the Galaxy Note 10 Plus? You got to see it, man. I mean, it's fucking, it's insane, dude. It's like, it's straight up, dude. Like, it's super impressive. It was in Norway, the mysterious Hesdalen lights. What was? That's where the Hesdalen lights was, Norway. Yeah, yeah, my phone camera shoots in 4K. I think it's actually a little higher than 4K on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It's like an $1,100 phone, So fucking better be able to, do that shit, man. It does fucking everything, man. It does. I can do like augmented reality live. Like it's like I see it live and I can walk all the way around it, and dude, it's fucking insane, dude. Like, yeah, you never seen anything like it. And I thought it was just an app, but it's not. It's not one you can just go and download. It's built into the phone specifically, So, but I can do live augmented reality, like Google Tilt Brush. If you know what Google Tilt Brush is, or if not, look it up. And that's that my phone can do what Google Tilt Brush does. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, the cameras on here are awesome, but what? I gonna punch you, Dad. Yeah, I know, she's crazy. I have it too. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So you know what's up, all right? So I'm like, there's no comparison. I mean, the iPhone, like there's no other phone camera that has anything on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It's by far more superior than any other phone on the market today. It's camera-wise, it's processor, everything, dude. Oh no, dude, I had to mess with my settings because I thought it just came in at the best quality, but it doesn't. You can turn that shit up, What up, Lottbauer? How you doing, buddy? So Third Phase, where's the Alien Con going to be? Is it going to be is it going to be in Laughlin, or I mean like Bullhead City, Arizona, or is it going to be yeah, like where at in Arizona? Is it going to be in Tucson or Phoenix or what. I know they'll do it a lot of times in like by Bullhead, which is Laughlin City, Nevada, or Bullhead City, Arizona. It's right on the Colorado. It's right on the river. They use night vision camera on Hezbollah lights. Okay, and on Hezbollah lights and caught a blue and red light, but night vision is supposed to be all green. They were baffled because they didn't know how it appeared. Mind-boggling. That's weird. Isn't the Pixel 4 a better camera? No. It's just everything about the okay, so it might be for a better photo. It could be. But I'm like, and my friend actually has a Pixel 3, and I'm like, it's good, but it's like, I'm not, after getting the Note 10 Plus, I haven't seen any phone that has anything even close to it, but there's all these cameras, but why don't you see any UFO footage from you guys? Actually, a lot of people on here have their own UFO footage, I mean, obviously I do, but I go out fucking hunting UFOs all the time, I'm talking, I hunt a motherfucker, I'll shoot one out of the fucking sky. I don't give a fuck, dude. Where'd Blake and Brent go? Did they already dip out of here, you fucks? They're coming out here in October, my fucking ass. They were supposed to be out here this October. What happened then? Huh? Where the fuck were you guys then? Weren't you supposed to be out here this October or this September or something? Which just came and fucking went. Why don't you guys just come out here? Let's just hang out and do some shit for third phase. And do some shit for UFO proof. I like those videos where you debunk them. I know, it's because I'm fucking a dickhead and funny. Yeah, people lighting up lanterns. Oh, yeah, well, you got to call them out, whatever it is. Yeah, yeah, you guys come out here and then we'll go out to Hawaii, do some shit out there. But I still think, because we're actually, Third Phase and I are gonna shoot some other stuff together. I'm not talking like strict like UFO stuff, but like some other shit. And and I'm saying here at the mainland, I don't know if that's what they call it over there, but in the mainland, there's a lot more scenes, there's better scenes, I think. Like your backgrounds are a lot better. You can go from city or desert or the forest or whatever, as opposed to Hawaii. I think it's like basically probably looks all like jungle-ish, kind of like Hawaii. But I guess it really depends on what we're filming and stuff, so even though it's really gorgeous over there. I will go in October and meet you and greet you guys. Oh yeah, dude. We'll have to get everybody going there. That'll be fun. Yeah, so Linda Moulton Howe might have info on her Earth Files show. She lives in Albuquerque. Third Phase are good also. Linda Moulton Howe is she falls for it, is what I'm saying. Okay, she's one of these researchers that went over the deep end. She's almost like David Wilcox, who at one time I considered pretty knowledgeable guy, went over the fucking deep end, started saying, oh yeah, QAnon's fucking true, and they're busting a pedophile ring down in Comet Pizza. No, they're not, you fucking retard. What the fuck are you talking about? You're believing some right-wing fucking conspiracy bullshit you read online, and you're out there promoting it like this is legitimate. No, it's fucking not. There's nothing legitimate about it. This shit came out years ago. What's happened with it? Nothing. Because they're fucking making it up, and your dumbasses believing them. And Linda Moulton Howe, same thing, okay? If you ever see the video Mirage Man, where Robert Doty straight up was fucking lying to this bitch, brought her fake papers. She still promotes those papers like they're real today. She still promotes those files I saw it on Ancient Aliens. She promoted these files like these are legitimate. No, they're fucking not. They're absolutely fake. And she still, and he told her, he goes, listen, they're fake. All right. He told her they were fake. She still promotes them. Like, it's just like, so she goes out and started investigating cattle mutilations. All right. Is she a step over the edge? Correct, Harry Toach. That's what I'm saying, man. She started doing she started stuff with her book Strange Harvest, which was about cattle mutilations and shit like that. And she thought that she got inside information because some hillbilly fucking sheriff said, "Oh, it must be aliens." I don't care. Just because he's a cop doesn't make him some kind of fucking authority. It's not like this dude is an astrophysicist working at NASA, okay? He's some fucking hillbilly cop making $12 an hour. Who gives a fuck what he says? I'm like, obviously, this guy don't know shit. And you're sitting there saying, oh, yeah, it must be aliens. Like, really? Like, fucking really? I'm sorry, man, but, the thing is, it's like, you can believe bullshit. You can believe, fake bullshit all day, but it's like, what's that going to get you, dude? Yeah, you might want it to be real, but in the end, you're going to be wrong. It's better just to say, you know what? That's not real. It's time to move on, because you're going to waste your time on this instead of focusing on that or trying to find the truth. You're wasting your time on bullshit. That's what sucks, and it hurts your feelings, and it's happened to me. And I've said it on this channel since my very first video, since I started this channel. I've been wrong about things, and I've had to accept it and move on. And there's been UFO videos where I'm like, this is legit, this is the shit. And I found out that's not legit. I was wrong, and I've had to come out and admit it and say, listen, I was wrong about this, and it sucks, and you have to just move on. Because if you get stuck wanting to believe that shit, then you're not focusing on actually finding the truth. You're just going to find your own truth, and then you won't know what's real, Two-channel television celebrity, two-time Emmy Award winner, and graduated from Stanford. She could have graduated from fucking MIT. She's fucking wrong. Fucking, I'm sorry, she sits there and says, oh, you can watch on Ancient Aliens. She's like, in Nazca, there's a 2-mile long line that's pressed 2 feet down into the ground. How could they do something like that? No, there's not. It doesn't exist. She's fucking wrong. She just made that shit up. There is no Nazca line that's pressed 2 feet down into the ground that runs for miles in Nazca. It doesn't exist. She made it up, So that's with Coop and Vern. What is with Coop and Vern? Let me see. They got going to the old Washoe Club to investigate. With Coop and Vern. Oh, that's cool, dude. I like the Nazca lines. I never heard of that pressed into the ground though. Exactly. She's making it fuck up, dude. What up, Peter? It's like Corey Good. He has talks to resolve at the best of times. He repeats himself. Blue Avians Good never went to Mars. It was just put motors butcher. What? What's your views on Corey Good? Oh man, that dude's a fucking retard, dude. I mean, he's clearly making up everything he fucking says. It is very entertaining. And if you're into ufology and UFOs for entertainment purposes, like that, hey man, he's great. Okay, for that. And if you're into UFOs for the truth, you can't listen to guys like that, That's why I find it so important that, when it comes to like UFO proof, that's why I think it's a big deal that I be able to come on and make jokes and do skits and make people laugh to give them some kind of entertainment other than fake UFO stuff, shit that's not real. Because it's like people want entertainment, I'll give it to them, but I'm never going to go down to making up bullshit. Take care getting out of cell phone range. Oh, well now you fucking come and say something. I've only asked you a million fucking questions, Blake, Brent, whoever fucking wrote that, you fucks. Okay, where are you guys going to be? Come and stay with us. All right, wherever. Yeah, you know what? Just fucking I'll call you guys tonight when I get off work. All right, because I want to talk more about this, and obviously I want to sit here and talk about it through the comment section on YouTube. So I'll call you guys after work. I get off at like 10:30 or something. So it should still be pretty early for you guys. So, all right. About 2 foot pressed into the ground Nazca line. Correct. It doesn't exist. Ask your friend about it. It's not there. I like that video you made of the karaoke for deaf people. Okay, thank you, Trav D. Exactly. Shit like that, you know? You want to give them, people want entertainment when they're watching this stuff. So you can't just, if it's just fucking, calling shit fake and saying, well, this is that, and you're just trying to be real scientific about everything, people get bored with it. They want some entertainment. So if you give them some entertainment and also tell them, well, this shit's fake, they still like it, like everyone on here. There's like, well, okay, well, at least I'm entertained and I'm still finding out the truth. I'm not getting sucked into bullshit, like, Corey Good and shit like that. And got guys full of shit. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. All right. I understand why people would like it. It's absolutely fake. The guy is full of fucking shit. And that's just how it is. It's nothing against the guy. I don't even know the guy. I know he's full of shit. There's no fucking way that dude is telling the truth by any means, dude. This has been fun. Your daughter is really sweet. Yes, she is. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Yeah. So, let me check the time. Actually, okay. Actually, I gotta get ready for work, you guys. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. Kyle, check out the last video I did. Brief tour of the Old Washoe Club. Oh, all right. Cool, buddy. Didn't some truck drivers start driving over the Nazca lines or something, messing them up? I think like they had planes coming in and landing on them or coming close to them and blowing them apart and shit like that. Fucking who knows. But yeah, like some of them are getting fucked up. But, I just know that there's so much shit. There's so many stories. There was a story about this guy who went to fucking Antarctica and shit like that. And I did the research on it. And she was so fucking wrong. She was promoting total bullshit. And like it was legit. And I went and did this fucking research. And I was like, God damn, this bitch she don't know nothing. I'm like, what kind of researcher is she? She's literally just taking whatever story you say. It sounds good. And she's like, oh, okay, going with it. Or I seen her sitting there fucking doing an interview with Clifford Stone, agreeing with him. I'm like, this guy's the biggest pathological liar ever. And you're sitting there like, oh, yeah. I'm like, she's full of shit too. So that's like, you got to watch some of these people, man. They get into it. And, like I've said, you got to be able to hold yourself back. If you can't hold, if you don't fucking, you will fucking fall for anything if you don't fucking fight for something. If you don't fight for the truth, you will fall for anything. And that's what happens. And that's the problem. That people, they get into it and they see that, okay, UFOs are real. And next thing you know, everything becomes real. Every conspiracy, every mystery. And it's just not, it's not like that. There's a middle ground that they're just bypassing. So, but, all right. I will see you guys next time. All right. All right. Say bye, everyone. UFO proof out. All right, later, you guys.